Hey guys, what's up? So this is actually later, way later than I had originally planned. So this is the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla X Kong New Empire Godzilla. So this is like Godzilla before he evolves. I don't know if there was a typo on like when they sent this out because it was called the re-evolved, like he was gonna de-evolve, I guess, but I guess it's meant to be pre-evolved. But so it's a really pretty box. Like the colors pop really well. Looks really cool. Really basic. It just has the title, and then a picture of him on the back. Title again, same picture. I'm pretty sure on the front. So let's just go ahead and open this up real quick. As I mentioned in the heat ray version video, I'm going to be comparing the this one and that one so that hopefully their colors and stuff are fairly interchangeable so they could be used for like photography or like stop motion or something like that, so where you could just have them be normal and then charge up his beam, so here he is in the box. Like I said, making good use of that extra plastic, I guess. Let's take him out. So he feels really good, really solid. Really solid. I'm sure you can hear how creaky he is. But he looks damn good. That elbow's scaring me a little bit. I might have to heat him up. No, there we go. Yeah, I'll probably have to heat him up. So I'll do that after the fact. But so here he is out of the box. Let me raise the camera up a little bit so you can kind of see what I see. But I'm getting another light on him too, just because it's nighttime now, so there's no like light coming in from the window or anything. That just kind of looks derpy. So he has an articulated tongue, so that's pretty cool. That didn't help at all, did it? Whatever. It is what it is. Sorry about that. It's been a little bit since I've recorded anything, so I hate to admit it, but I'm a little rusty. So, but anyway, Godzilla looks really good. In fact, it might even look better than the Heat Ray version. Let me grab him real quick. Okay, so here's Heat Ray version. Looks really cool. I love the clear spines and everything. Like it just looks so cool. But in regards to their similarities and stuff, so they have pretty much the same body. It seems like pretty similar. Let me straighten out his tail. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to heat up Godzilla. Base form Godzilla. So his tail looks a little bit shorter. Does it? Does it come in that way on camera? His tail looks a little bit shorter and thicker than this one, um, which is weird. They should be like the same molds, but regardless, they look really good. Especially his face. You can see his eyes in there, his little orange eyes. They're painted really well. So while I have the light on them, I don't know if you can see, but their colors are pretty close. He has a little bit more of like a brown wash on him, like in his nooks and crannies of like his spines. Let me bring him a little bit closer. So I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but you see he's got some like brown wash and stuff in his scales and whatnot. He does too. It's just not as pronounced. But they look very close. So if somebody was to do like stop motion or photography or something with these, I'd say they're fairly interchangeable. So let me just pause this for a second, and I'll see if I can find his alternate head with the where he's not, and his like neck piece, so that he's not like that. It's like 1 second. All right, so hopefully that fixed some of the lighting issues too. But so here is Heat Ray Godzilla, so you can kind of see how they stack up to each other, which they're basically identical. It's really just a matter of preference, or like if you, like I said, you have a need for two of them. Like he's on display up on my shelf that I showed in the Rodan video. So, and if I was to do photography or try a stop motion or something, I would probably use him, because they should be all parts compatible too. So if you really wanted to, you could heat them up and then pop and swap what you wanted, at least for like if you needed to for photography reasons, or like stop motion or something. So you could like piece his blue spikes, like slowly replace, Ship of Theseus style, his tail at least, and then maybe switch over to this figure. I don't do stop motion really. I've tried it a couple times, but it didn't come out so great. So, but now that I have a tripod, it might help. But anyway, it's more so just for preference. Like if you just want a regular Godzilla to use for your figure photography, or just to have in your collection, either one works. So we're gonna focus on this one though. So like I said, he's really stiff. There's really not a whole lot to say differently about him. He just looks really good. The sculpts are basically identical. He's a little bit shinier than him, especially like on the head and like some of the scales and whatnot. But they're essentially identical figures. So I don't want to mess around with his posing too much and his articulation, because he's very stiff and I don't want to break him. But let me just pop this head off real quick. That's really in there. Ow. Alright, so let's get this up close and personal here. So it's really well painted. So as you can see there, his mouth and everything, let's block that. His tongue is painted. It's kind of like a dirty paint. It's not super clear. It's not like super pink or red, which is fine. I don't want to be distracting. He's a little cross-eyed. 1 second. So mine is a little cross-eyed. I don't know if you can see that, but like this eye is looking dead on and this eye is looking off to the right a little bit, or the left, but regardless, it looks good. So let me pop this one on real quick to here. There you go. So now that I have it on there, the color difference is not very noticeable at all, at least just for the head. So like I said, you can part swap if you want to. Like if you want just a powered up yelling Godzilla, or like to where his eyes are glowing and nothing else, you can do that. So like if you wanted to do a quick Godzilla beam, like a quick fire real quick where he's blasting somebody, you can do that perfectly fine. So but yeah, so like I said, I don't want to run through the whole articulation thing again, just because if you've seen a Hiya Toys Godzilla since basically King of the Monsters, I think it's all the same. Like this one is a versus Kong figure, but it's technically just a redo of the verse of the King of the Monsters, and then another version, and another version, and another version. So they're all the same. Man, I'm having a hard time with this head. Hold on a second. Okay, so without like stopping what I'm doing, going and get my heat gun plugged in and heating up his head, I couldn't get it all the way back on. Like he's that stiff. That's why it's kind of like derpy looking and like, you know, chicken headed. But it is what it is. I don't want this to be a super long video. I'm just trying to get it out, get the content out. Like I'm happy to have this figure. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm just rushing it just for content or anything like that. Like it's a cool figure, and once I get him warmed up and he's not so stiff and hard to use, then I'm sure I'm gonna love it just as much as this Godzilla. Even though at the moment, while I'm finishing getting the office cleaned up, he's more of a display piece. But I definitely do plan on doing some kaiju figures and stuff like that. So if you are a fan of Godzilla and you want a decently priced, very detailed, very accurate Godzilla figure, get this one. It should be readily available basically everywhere. I get almost all my figures from Big Bad Toy Store, so shout out to them. So yeah, but if you want it, get it. If you don't want it, don't get it. You know, it is what it is. So now that I can say that they're accurate to each other in paint colors, these custom hands that I got from, I believe his name is Omni Art Dump, I can now paint these to match each other, so they'll be interchangeable for that. So there's different hands here, like a claw hand, fist hands. So excited for that. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys. Just check out my other videos. If you're a fan of Godzilla and, you know, monster movies, kaiju in general, I do have the Kaiju Kin podcast still with my brother. We missed an episode for this this week as of recording. So we're trying to get it together. Very conflicting schedules, but that's still a consistent thing, so I'll link that here. But yeah, that's it, guys. I really appreciate everything. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. I really can't believe that. I know that's in large part to the Wolverine video as well as Coldcrawler video, so I just want to thank everyone for that. But that's really it. That's all I have. Thank you. Have a good one.